sweet and to the point. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Miami Dolphins Pregame Show. I'm your host, Bobby Fins Talk, joined always by my co-host, secondary host, or my other host, whatever you want to call it, FinStanza Posner. FinStanza, what's up, my man?
Thank God it's Sunday and it's football. It's one of those weekends where you're saying, like, I need a distraction. Life is getting in the way, and you just want something to look forward to. So I'm ready.
Let me ask this, because we haven't been on the same set together since post-game. Are we good? Oh, wait. Is Brett, you hopping on?
No, maybe he's just going to be in the comments. He's at work.
Oh, okay. All right. And joined co-host of Fins Talk Overtime.
Yeah, but please confirm you'll be on the post-game tonight.
Yeah, you got to be on post-game. You got to save me from this gentleman to my right.
Since last Sunday, as you could probably tell. Hi, Ender. What's up? Last Sunday was one of those where during the course of the week, any Eagles fan was apologizing to me, understanding my frustration because it was something that they'd never seen before. And they were saying, like, did it change the course of the game? No. When I looked back at the game, we were in that game, and then three crucial mistakes, whether it was the interception on the bad route, whether it's Lester Cotton coming in quickly after Isaiah Wynn got injured and getting the penalty, whether it's Tyreek dropping the ball heading into the end zone, those types of things, that could have kept us in the game. But for me, it's more about the respect of the game, and it sort of reiterated that first ad that they had at the beginning of the year with the acting, and that sort of bothered me. But overall, you saw I was much calmer on Thursday. I have a different perspective on today's game than I did last Sunday, because if you remember what I said last Sunday, and I'll repeat it after, I said something was crucial for me about this Sunday's game that would put me way back on the bandwagon, and I predicted it on Thursday, and it's coming true today. So we're going to have some fun today. So people did say to me, I did get some nasty messages from people I know pretty well saying, you were really mean last night. I had to get it off my chest. Love you, Ben. Brian, yes, the trade deadline is Tuesday. I'm very surprised, Bobby. I will say this, how quiet the trade deadline has been overall for the NFL heading into the trade deadline.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are going to be a little distracted, like from our kids. We're supposed to be helping our kids, giving out for Halloween on Tuesday. And we're going to be busy with trade deadline at the same time. But let me ask you, don't you agree that we should, the Halloween should be only on a Saturday? Like, so we get the day off, relax.
Absolutely.
Like, what is with this Tuesday nonsense?
I mean, can't they just, I don't know how they do it. I mean, it would not make sense, though, if Halloween was on October 28th. October 31st is Halloween week. You know what I mean? But it's just totally off. We might have to do a reaction show live from wherever we are on some kind of street somewhere in our costumes. You know?
And I do see that I want to answer his question quickly. I do see the Dolphins doing something. I know where I would like it, but I know Danielle Hunter is the sack leader right now, so it's going to take a lot to get him. But the one I'm sure you're not surprised about this because you've been about this for a while, is that Diana Rossini was reporting this morning that the Dolphins are looking at upgrading at running back again, which that either tells you Chris Brooks is not looking great. They're not sure about, but personally for me, if that means going to get a Leonard Fournette who's not practicing much, that doesn't do much for me because he's like Jeff Wilson to me. When you're going to go get a running back, I wouldn't go get a Dalvin Cook, but like Brett just said, I'd go break the bank on Derrick Henry. The same way. Absolutely. If you're going to go for it, go for it.
Okay, let me see.
That's what
Diana Rossini, Baltimore Ravens are looking at a running back. The Cleveland Browns are looking at a receiver. The Dolphins have poked around at running back, and the Buffalo Bills are scanning the quarterback. So, look, and obviously since before this season, I've been about Derrick Henry, and it's not because I don't like our running back room, and that was before Devon Achane. I love our room right now with Devon Achane. But even Achane coming back, I still think you go make that move. You bring in a Derrick Henry.
You want me to tell you why?
Why?
The one reason why is where do you, on the offensive side of the ball, Achane or not, where do the Dolphins struggle the most? Do you remember? Do you know where?
Where?
3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. They don't run the ball because they have no one to go up the middle. If it's 3rd and 3, Bobby, and you have Derrick Henry in your backfield, that is as guaranteed as the tush push. You're going to get a first down. If you're a 3-1 and 3-2 and Derrick Henry is your running back, last year he had the worst offensive line in the league, and the guy still was one of the top rushers in the league.
And here, I want to say something here to Brett's comments because I want to make sure, because people might say, but we have Devon Achane. We're going to stunt his growth. We're going to stop it. Stop it. Devon Achane is a special back. He's a special player, at least in the short term that we've seen. Still a long way to go. However, you're not stunting anything by adding a Derrick Henry. And Raheem Mostert, I love the guy. He's been playing really well this season, but you can't rely on him to stay healthy throughout the season. And he's not an every down back. You need to have that other back, and you need to have somebody like Derrick Henry. Can you imagine, to FinStanza's point, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3? You don't always have to pass the ball. Teams are not going to know. They're just going to throw it. No, you got Derrick Henry, and then you got Devon Achane right here. Yeah, Raheem Mostert outright. Then you got Tyreek and whatever. That's a dangerous combination. And so, listen, who knows what happens with that? Miami could be looking at the free agent market. You said Leonard Fournette. I'd like that move. I'm not against that at all. But Derrick Henry, since before the season, everybody was getting on me. I mean, one of those tweets I put out there blew up. I have to look it up. But one of those tweets I put out there last year blew up because I said, hey, if Derrick Henry is actually available, it would be criminal of the Dolphins not to explore that. And here's the issue.
Brett was already writing about it.
When?
He was writing on Twitter before the show even started. By the way, can I just tell you something? Do you understand today? I just saw the video of Jalen Ramsey walking into the building where we're talking, and also what's his name, Tyreek Hill. They all got fresh cuts. Like they all don't believe in long hair anymore. The dreads it's all fresh cut. It's a haircut club today. It looks awesome. They all want short hair like me.
That's what it is. Oh, here it is. Okay, I just wanted to see. See, I typed in Derrick Henry, Miami Dolphins, just to look.
Yeah.
And the first tweet that pops up, the first one, is from February 28th of this year. For me.
Yeah.
And it was this: with rumors swirling like crazy right now, if Derrick Henry is truly available, Chris Greer and the Dolphins need to be on the phone right now to make this move. And I even wrote on here, this was before Jalen Ramsey. Forget Jalen Ramsey or anyone else. This is the move to make to put your offense at the next level.
Yeah.
That one blew up. It was 140,000 tweet engagement, 879 likes, 115 retweets, 149 comments. That thing blew up. And look, we got Jalen Ramsey, and we're all excited he's going to play today. And the other, Derrick Henry, his value did not rise. It's come down.
Yeah.
They got Kevin Beard, the Philadelphia Eagles, for a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
An all-pro safety they got for a 5th. I mean, where was Miami there?
By the way, I trade the first. I know we're not going to have to. I trade a first.
We don't have to do that. I'm not going to argue. It would not make me mad if that's the response for you. I would not be mad at that. Honestly.
Think that you'd be more excited.
But yes, I would trade a second for Henry. Scotty.
I was jumping on this bed like Macaulay, Kevin McAllister on the day that we got Tyreek Hill. I was jumping on this guest bed over here, jumping like I was freaking 8 years old. I guarantee you would go bananas if Derrick Henry was a Miami Dolphin. I think you would literally scream like a girl.
I will do it live on air. I will do my best to scream.
By the way, can I just take a moment because I saw how upset you were yesterday. He was a guy who grew up in Ottawa, even though he was born in Massachusetts. Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
What a sad day for that. Honestly, I don't know what happened. Jacuzzi, I know he had some issues in the past with Vicodin and all that, but man, oh man, 50. I was looking through something TikTok and they went through all the steps of everything he is. Back when he was on Beverly Hills, back when he was on 60 Studio, Bradley Whitford, like all these shows he was on. He's been an actor since he was a teenager. Never got married, never had kids. But to see a guy at 54 just go like that, I saw how upset you were. Wow. I just wanted to say prayers to his family. And prayers to everyone who around them, like that's just a tragedy.
Yeah, I grew up watching Friends and Chandler. Well, absolutely, it's a great comedy. And he, you got Fools Rush In. You got oh my goodness, the one he did with Elizabeth Hurley, where he was the bounty hunter.
Yeah,
there's so many great movies that he did. Yeah,
I have neighbors whose last name
it does, Scotty. You're right.
Yeah. By the way, he was my neighbors growing up, and they were very close friends. His last name is Chandler. And when they ever asked, how do you spell Chandler? They go, like the guy from Friends.
Yeah, that's right. And it's true. Can it be any more? Let me just tell you, because you said how upset I was on X.
You prayed it was fake news. You prayed it was fake news.
I wish it was fake news. I was hoping, because the first thing I got was a text from Alex.
Yeah.
And he goes, Bobby, did you hear about Matthew Perry? Heartbreaking, bro. And I said, WTF? What the happened?
What an
accident. And then as soon as I did that, my wife burst through the room. She was doing something else. She broke through the door, like basically pushed the door open, and she just stared at me. And again, my thought was, if I didn't know something about Matthew Perry, was which is kind of funny, but if not that, but just that it's not somebody else, it could have been like, whoa, what just happened? Who's dead? Like in my family. She just goes, did you see the news? I go, no, it's just Matthew Perry. And then Alex finally telling me everything. And I'm like, that's how impactful it is.
No, because now we're at that age now where if someone passes away who's older, it's one thing. But someone who was part of our childhood growing up, who we're in our 40s, late mid-30s, and we're starting to see these people who were part of our day-to-day, in these shows. We joke around, but I joke around about FinStanza, but Seinfeld to me, anything would ever happen to those four, I'd be like any of them. I'd be bananas. I'd be bawling. It was just those are you live off of that, right? They're part of your day-to-day culture, right? So it's pretty sad.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite shows right now. I mean, no, not right now, for a while. And I just go back and I always watch it. You see here, 118 we are fine at running back. Let me just say this about the Dolphins very quick.
We're never good enough at anything.
We're not good at any position. And I don't mean that we're never. No, Miami, don't ever sleep on any position.
Never.
With the Dolphins.
Look at corner.
Don't look at receiver and say, oh, the Dolphins don't need a receiver. We got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and whomever. No, if Miami sees a player available, Jerry Jeudy of the Broncos, whomever.
Surtain.
Of the cornerback situation.
Cesar Ruiz. I don't care who it is.
If they're available at a price that Miami could get, Miami's going to get them. And it doesn't matter. You're going to go, man, why? I didn't think Miami was going to go get another edge rusher. Man, we got Jalen Phillips. We got Bradley Chubb. We got so-and-so.
Who cares?
Well, now we got Danielle Hunter, Brett Legassi. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people say that. Oh, we're going to be fine, dude. Look, we already have so-and-so. Stop. Don't sleep on Miami going after anybody. Exactly. San Francisco was set at running back.
I'm going to make a joke for you. If someone told me tomorrow that we could get Ryan, I'm making a joke. Ryan Tannehill is a backup. Is he an upgrade to Mike White? To me,
hell yeah. Hell yes.
I would take
him. Hell
yes. For the stretch run, I would take him.
You want to know how awkward it's going to be?
No, I would hope. Making a point.
But I would hate to see him in another number. What number would he? I mean, it's that's why.
I don't know. I mean, 7. I'm just kidding.
Douche.
Number. I'm just kidding.
You're a douche.
No,
I knew you did.
By the way, just to make it to laugh, is that, for example, look at Indianapolis. Oh, Anthony Richardson. You know how lucky they are to have Gardner Minshew?
Absolutely.
I would think Gardner Minshew was the guy I wanted behind.
Yep. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Because that guy can win you football games.
But yes, if you could get Tannehill at a backup's price. I'm talking maybe next season.
Joke,
if he's,
you know what I'm
saying. I know, but I'm with you. If somebody said to next season, oh, Tannehill comes back as the backup.
Love this comment.
Easy. I do it in a second.
Love this.
But it's true. It's so true. That's what people don't understand. Debo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, whoever else was back, Jeff Wilson. They were set. They were having a blast running that football. And what did they do? They went out and got Christian McCaffrey. And then what did they do? What did they do then? Think about it. People need to stop that.
Scotty, what did they say when they asked him?
They just asked Cedric about the no-call face mask at Dolphins. Oh, did they? I'd like to know. But we'll get back. We're gonna get back to the game.
To
NFL. But the show I was talking about before is King of Queens, one of my favorite shows with and Jerry Steller when he passed away. Was like a bomb. There's always those.
Telling me there's no condos at Del Boca. There's no condos at Del Boca Vista.
That's Seinfeld. Yeah, that was Seinfeld.
That's Jerry Steller, right?
Yeah, Jerry Steller. He was just great.
How lucky you don't realize how funny Ben Stiller is until you meet Jerry Steller. Frank Costanza, Festivus.
Well, and his mother's hilarious too, Ann Mira. Yeah. She was funny, dude.
By the way, Festivus? Come on, Festivus for the rest of us is the greatest thing ever. Dragging the pole into Monk's Cafe. Holy crap! I want to take, by the way, even though I want to take them to Tom's Restaurant this year, when I go in January to New York, I want to take them to Tom's Restaurant, which is the old school Seinfeld restaurant, like where they put the banner. I just want to wait. Just want to take a picture in front of it and say FinStanza was here. You know which restaurant I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at the new gear Miami has put up, the Dolphins have put up at the team store. I hate that some of this stuff is not online. You know, Evan, we got to have a person that it's Hard Rock Stadium has posted it. And
for the retro day?
Yeah, it looks like some new gear, some nice gear. I mean, and there's a nice shirt in the middle.
I could send. Why aren't we sending Tammy from Miami?
That's right. That's right. We could say, hey, Ma.
My mom's gonna be down there in December. I can send her.
Oh, there you go.
And she can ship it to you if you want. I'll send her down there.
I just got the brief see her over your shoulder.
But the show is like, I see that the collective stuff. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Miami. Yeah, but that's the thing. That my mother had told me that they have new stuff all the time that they bring in and out that you won't see online. So
the whole MD thing, they did it with the hats first, right?
Yes, they did.
The MD stuff, like I have that hat.
But that doesn't look good on a shirt.
No, it doesn't look good.
I'm not a fan of that.
No.
I like the shirt in the middle. I think that's neat. That is a neat look.
The salute stuff sucks, yeah.
Mozart, compliment would be unfair. We're in game. Oh gosh, can you imagine? That's true too. And look, let's get to this game, Evan. Yeah. One of my things yesterday, I know you're going to agree with the Dolphins today, especially. They need to control the clock. They need to, and you would do that with a player like that, but you don't have that now. So your job today is about controlling the time of possession. You did not do that against the Philadelphia Eagles. You didn't do it against Carolina Panthers, even though you won that football game. You have to start that today because next week, look, again, like I said yesterday, all Dolphin fans should be confident that we're going to win this game today. Okay? Yep. And confident meaning you don't have to be superiorly confident. You might, go, no, dude, I'm a little nervous. That's okay. What I mean by confidence is that, hey, Miami's going to win this game. Could be a close one. Maybe. Miami's going to win this game. You could be confident in that way. But next week you go against a team that's not only top 10 in defense, which Miami has struggled against. New England is top 10 defense as well. But not only is the Chiefs the number 10 top 10 offense, they're also a top 5, top 10 defense, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So next week's going to be, I don't care if it's in Germany, in Kansas City, in Miami, it's going to be a tough game. All right. And Miami has shown against those types of teams.
They're going to have a rough game today. And they're going to have a rough game today.
The Chiefs.
Did you see, you know who they're playing today? They're not playing a great team. They're playing the Broncos. You know where they're playing the Broncos? In Denver. You know what's going on in Denver?
Snowing. Yeah.
There's snow on the field. This is going to be a tough, sludging game. No game. You don't come out of a snow game in October where you have to jump on a plane tomorrow to Europe. Maybe Taylor Swift is going to. Did she bring winter clothes to Denver? She's going to have to.
Gosh, I forgot. We're going to have to see her.
She may have to call up her. She may have to call up Ciara, who's up in Denver, and ask to borrow some clothes up there. You never know. Those rock stars stick together.
So let me just say very quick for Scotty when it comes to would he be the number
100%.
Let me just say very quick to Scotty, would Henry be the number one back if he came here? On the depth chart? Technically, yes, he would, right? Because why wouldn't you? However, that does not mean HN doesn't start the game. Doesn't mean they're not on the field a lot at the same time. That's what Miami's doing right now, and that's the way it would be if Miami actually made that move. Also, you would go, but that's not how Henry plays. It's not about fitting a player into a system, about fitting the system around the player. He would learn to play, and he would be in a role on an offense that's the number one offense in the NFL. He'll regulate his role. Trust me, Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook was on the Dolphins right now, he wouldn't have the season he's having in New York, even with Devon H and Raheem Mostert, and he would not be asking for a trade already. I'm not laughing at Dalvin. I'm laughing at the Jets and the Jet fans who were so hyped on that move. What a bust.
Someone just posted, can you believe it's almost 20 years? Like it's flowed that the NFL Network, like the whole show they've been doing has only been 20 years old. You think it'd be longer? 20 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you've been, I know, Scotty. It's hilarious.
Hey, that's for a trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
he wishes he was a Dolphin.
And I'm saying though, like he's saying, "Oh, I'm not being used. I'm not." Blah, blah. If he was in Miami, the way they're winning, the way they're playing, and the way they use their running backs, he would not be asking for a trade. And I think Devon Achane will still be where he is, hopefully more healthy if that was the situation. But still, he would still be what we're thinking he is. Mostert would still be doing what he's doing, but you would have Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is kicking himself, no doubt. Let's get to this game. Okay, so right now I know we don't have the final inactives now, but we do know Jalen Ramsey is playing. We do know Tyreek Hill is playing. Javon Holland more than likely not playing. Xavier Howard
playing.
They have not made a decision yet.
He's playing.
Okay, no, is it official or not?
No, but he's gonna.
Okay, then don't say that.
Who told you last Sunday that? Who was the guy on the show last week that said Jalen Ramsey was going to play next Sunday? Hello, who's the guy who said it?
A lot of people said it.
No, on the show you weren't sure. But people saying maybe we have to buy. I said when he came back, the target is to get him in for this New England.
I know what you said. But a lot of people said it though, and then I said I would hold him until after either Kansas City or after. I said give him the
motivation for this crowd. Honestly, this crowd is going to go bananas. He's our Tyreek Hill of last season, and the fact that we haven't seen him on the field. And by the way, did you go see the video that he posted?
No.
Go check out Jalen Ramsey's video.
I don't need hype videos. I need
no. It was his video, not the Dolphins.
I know
his recovery, and it shows him practicing and loading. It's a really good development of it. The guy looks motivated, and I don't care what you. I want to just make it very clear to people. Jalen Ramsey is at the level on that side of the ball that Tyreek Hill is on this side of the ball. When people think of shutdown corners who are technically sound, when you think about the NFL, you think of a Patrick Surtain or a Sauce Gardner or Patrick Peterson back in the day, or you might think of these players. There's no guy, the veteran, the guy who is the echelon of how it is. The reason why the Rams won a Super Bowl with Aaron Donald, why the Jacksonville Jaguars did well when they was Jalen Ramsey. The guy is a game changer on defense. I'm just saying that right there. Vic Fangio is literally, I guarantee you he is going to be smiling.
Can I just say something? And look. Let me just respond very quick before I forget that. I don't want to. I believe, I think he's going to make a difference. I believe it's going to be a positive just by name alone. Players are going to get hyped with him around him. But I do, and I'm going to push back on you here on this for a second. I do not think, I'm not going to say that he's on the level of Tyreek Hill on offense that he is on defense. That is
when you
not
look
true.
At corners, give me a better corner that you would take tomorrow. Right now, healthy 100%. Who's a corner that's proven in the NFL that you take tomorrow over him? Right off the top of your head. Like that.
Sauce Gardner.
A second-year player over a 6-year veteran on this team right now.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why.
Sauce Gardner's injured too.
You're thinking of a name. No, you said not injured. You said a name. I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about play.
Okay.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, look, I think name and everything else, and you know what? Maybe a career rejuvenation on another team. Maybe he gets rejuvenated and he ends up being back to once he wants it because he was the best corner in football not too far back. But you're forgetting the Super Bowl. You're forgetting how he's been playing, how he struggled. You're forgetting that the only reason why the Bengals did not win was because Quentin Spain let Joe Burrow get sacked. Jamar Chase beat out Jalen Ramsey, who tripped on his own ankles, who was struggling that whole game. Okay, I don't want Super Bowl Jalen Ramsey when they won the Super Bowl. But I'm telling you, that's the last time we seen Jalen Ramsey, the legitimate how he was. No, I'm still talking. I'm just saying. The fact of the matter is that I'm not saying he's not going to be great or good. What I'm telling you is don't say that. Let's tamper our expectations.
Tyreek Hill, before he left Kansas City,
was the number one receiver in football.
Yes, but people
no
still
doubt.
Thought there was no. Has he been better in Miami?
Absolutely, he has.
Jalen Ramsey is going to be better in Miami. That's my perspective.
And see, Scotty, I'm with Scotty. Hill is transcending the NFL right now. I remember having an argument with Harris. Listen. I used to have arguments with Harris and debates about who's the best receiver in football a few years back. When Hill was in Kansas City, Harrison said Cooper Kupp. I said Tyreek Hill. Okay, we used to have this debate back and forth. No, that's not true. Go back.
Brett's right.
Go back.
Brett's right.
No, Brett's wrong. Brett could be wrong.
There's one thing you're about to appreciate that I'm about to say. Finish your Harrison comment, but I want to make a comment that you're.
No, all I'm saying is, Hill. I loved Hill in Kansas City, and I loved Hill as a receiver. Okay. Obviously, now you could have arguments. You got Justin Jefferson, you got Tyreek, you got there's a lot of great receivers right now in the NFL. But since Hill has come to Miami, to your point, he has transcended what he's done in Kansas City. Because before it was Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes makes Tyreek Hill. Now it's Tyreek Hill is here and what he's doing for everybody else.
But I'm about to give you a perspective you're going to agree with wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Who is the league leader in interceptions over the last 4 years? Do you know who it is?
Xavier Howard.
This year he has one. The year before that he had one. When he had the 10 interceptions one year, 8 interceptions.
Yes. Yep.
Who was the corner on the other side?
Is it Byron Jones?
2 shutdown corners the year they got Byron Jones.
And again, I'm not saying.
No, what I'm saying is Xavier
don't get me wrong.
The biggest benefit of Jalen Ramsey right now, the person who is most excited about Jalen Ramsey is Xavier Howard. Because Xavier Howard is not going to be is going to get back to the Xavier Howard that's the ball hawk, because he doesn't have to be the crazy cover guy. That will be Jalen Ramsey, the same way Byron Jones did it. And Jalen Ramsey is a better version of Byron Jones. What I'm saying is that he is going to complement. He's going to help out Kader Kohu. He's going to help out Xavier Howard. He's going to help out Deshaun Elliott. He's going to help out. The best part about Jalen Ramsey isn't his individual talent to me. It's the fact of what he will do for the other four members of that.
Yes. That's my point. You said, though, you're getting a player complimentary to Tyreek Hill on offense. I'm saying, whoa, slow it down. No, because you got to remember the mentality of the base that they think right away. Oh, interceptions. It's the same thing when Sue was on Miami. When Ndamukong Suh was on Miami, they expected sacks. They expected this, but no, what he did for everyone around him. The type of presence he had. Jalen Ramsey could be that. Jalen Ramsey could be the best thing that happened to Xavier Howard late in his career. Absolutely. But that was not the topic. That wasn't the point you said. The point you said was he was equal to Tyreek Hill in offense. And I'm saying, whoa, slow it down. I think, yes, he's going to do great for those other players. And I think his presence alone elevates that defense. And I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I think he's going to be good to great. Maybe even better. He might be the trigger to this defense to put it from from 20 down to 15 to 12. That's all I'm saying. Not hating, not saying he's going to be bad, not saying he is bad. What I'm saying is that, no, I don't think he's equal to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is in another stratosphere. That dude is elite. Okay? Jalen Ramsey has been elite. He had been elite, and he could be elite again, but he's not Tyreek Hill.
They have matching haircuts.
They do. I can't wait to see Jalen Ramsey. I'm very excited about seeing him. You want him to have the impact that Tyreek has had on offense. You want him to have that impact. That's over Bradley Chubb.
By the way, that field with that logo and that the uniforms today are going to be sick. That is going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely. But I will say, can I tell you something? Show your shirt. Can you show the logo on your shirt?
Oh my God.
That's the logo I would love to see come back. Give me a couple games a year or a game. One game a year with that logo. I love those jerseys. Every time I'm Madden, when I play Madden, a lot of time I'm playing with that jersey on.
That diamond with the Miami across it, it just
yeah, I know. Yeah.
That orange is so gorgeous. Like
we need a dog. I absolutely agree with that. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying it's like, hey, come on, he's not.
Brett and I are agreeing with each other. What the moon must be? It must be a full moon.
You should have had Brett on here. I would have stayed quiet. Must have just listened to you guys talk.
So
like overtime. Evan called me. He finally watched overtime, and he was a little jealous that I let you have 10 minutes of talk time. I let you have 10 minutes of talk time. He's like, you never let me have that much time. I was like, Brett's never on. I had to let Brett get his points in.
Let's get back to the game today.
It's a game. We're talking Jalen Ramsey. And again, everybody, you're watching the Miami Dolphins pregame show on the Fins Talk Sports Network. That's FinStanza Posner. I'm Bobby Fins Talk. Again, you can see below where you can find us. Obviously, if you're watching anywhere else but YouTube, you can find us on the Fins Talk Sports Network on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button, or you find us X on Fins Talk Network, Instagram Fins Talk Network. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Breaking news from FinStanza.
I'm wrong. I was wrong.
Never mind.
Okay. Sitting out today's game are Robbie Chosen, Skylar Thompson, Javon Holland, Brandon Peely, and Xavier Howard.
I told you. You know, I don't know. You got to learn like my wife has. I'm always right. Okay?
But do you think there's resting him one more game because Ramsey's
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Again, listen. This is an important game, no doubt. Okay? And again, Miami cannot sleep on the Patriots. Patriots are 2-5. They just beat a very good Buffalo team. Okay? But to me, let him rest. Give him this week off. Ramsey's there.
Does that mean Needham's playing?
Needham is not. Yeah, Needham's playing. But listen.
So if I were them, I would sit Eli Apple.
Connor's active.
Connor's active.
He is active. Yeah, he's active.
Thank
Connor's
God.
back.
The problem
well, they said he could be active.
He is
active. But he might not start. He might sit down.
Let me ask
but let me just say this very quick. Let me make this point. What I'm going to say is that, yes, you let Xavier Howard sit because they could make do against these receivers. You let him rest so that way you get a healthy Jalen Ramsey, a healthy Xavier Howard, Nick Needham and company against a very tough Kansas City offense next week. I'm absolutely okay with Xavier Howard sitting.
I'm surprised they cut Nickerson over Joseph too, because Joseph hasn't played. But I guess because they traded him for a first-round pick, they think.
But that tells you what they think of. I'm sorry. Somebody said this a lot during the week, and I agree with this. But to cut Nickerson after, whatever, to cut him when you've played him over Cam Smith this whole time, to cut him after Ramsey has come or Nick Needham's come back. That tells you what they think of Cam Smith right now on this team.
If I were them, I would play Sid Apple. You play Jones and Elliott to start. You put Needham in the slot. You put Ramsey and Kohu on the edge, on the covers. That's what you do today. I'd put Needham in the slot where he's been successful. I would not. I don't want. And by the way, my biggest scary thing with Connor Williams playing, great. Would you play Lester Cotton? I want Robert Jones, but God help us if Liam Eichenberg is at left guard. God help us if Liam Eichenberg is at left guard. Oh, he must have something on them. He must have something against them.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like, what does he have on this guy? What does Liam? They're stubborn with this guy.
So
I know Robert Jones is still active though. He's active. Robert Jones. He's still on the roster. He's on the roster. He's active. So, yeah, I want to see exactly. I want to see Robert Jones. I don't care if he's injured. He's better than Lester Cotton, and he's better than Liam Eichenberg. Injured. I don't care. I've always liked Robert Jones.
So let me ask you this. I want to get this point right here because I touched on it yesterday, and then we'll get into week 8 and all the games, and then we'll get into Miami. But Patriots 2-5 at Miami 5-2. Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills yesterday, and I thought. Let me see if I have the score in front of me.
Ryan Tannehill's not playing today.
Yeah, no, he's out. Will Levis is going to start.
Wow.
Yep. Tannehill's hurt. So.
Yeah, inactive so for the Patriots, if you'd like to know. Taquan Thornton, wide receiver. Will Grier, third quarterback, obviously. Josh Uche, outside linebacker. Badarian Lowe, tackle. Calvin Anderson, tackle. Keyshawn Butte, wide receiver.
Who's that? I'm sorry?
I said the inactives for the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Taquan Thornton, wide receiver. Josh Uche, outside linebacker. Badarian Lowe, tackle. Calvin Anderson, tackle. Keyshawn Butte, wide receiver. By the way, Cam Smith is active also today, FYI.
Yeah, well, he's been. I don't think.
I know, but I'm saying at least he's active today.
Well, whoop-de-doo. He just doesn't get on the field. It's Channing Tindall 2.0.
By the way, would you have been upset if they cut Eli Apple? The way he's been playing?
I think they cut Cam Smith over Eli Apple. The way they've been treating him. But so let me touch on this very quick. So the Patriots last week beat the Buffalo Bills 29-25. Yeah. All right. The Dolphins are 9.5-point favorites. That's big.
Yeah.
Is that a little too much in your opinion?
I said this last week. If this game was in New England, I'd be very nervous. If Jalen Ramsey wasn't playing and Tyreek Hill wasn't playing, I'd be nervous.
You did say that. You did say that.
Jalen Ramsey back in Miami. Is it a big spread? Yes. Will they cover it? Yes, they will.
So okay, so because yesterday Fish Tank yesterday was like, that is way too big, and then he went 31-21. I'm like, whoa!
It's a big spread, but because it's in Miami, the history of Miami, the fact that it's a retro game, the fact that Tyreek Hill is playing, the fact that Jalen Ramsey was looking that he was gonna play, those kind of factors make a difference. If it was, I'll put it this way: if Jalen Ramsey wasn't playing, and we were playing in Foxborough today, the spread would be like 3.5. It's almost a touchdown swing. So I think it's a 6-point swing with Jalen Ramsey and playing at home. I think that you guarantee. I think it's just because it's a home game and there's going to be a motivation. It's where the game is being played and who is on the field today that makes the difference in this spread. Stars make a difference and location makes a difference.
I will
playing
say
in New England today in 40-degree weather versus playing or 50-degree weather versus playing in 90-degree weather in Miami on retro day is very different for me.
So I will say, like I said yesterday, I think 3.5 is more fair for that. I understand you have great points. Not disagreeing with you whatsoever. It's at home. Ramsey coming back. Offense coming off a loss. Team coming off a loss. A 2-5 against 5-2. I get it. But against
Gonzalez is out for a while. Isn't Gonzalez out for the year? Judon's playing.
Against top 10 defenses, Miami has struggled. Against the Patriots, 24-17 in New England. Yes, Miami has did not win that by any tough big score or anything like that. That was 7-point spread. I think 3.5 is a lot more fair.
It's because it's a home game.
I get it. Just giving my thought. So before we get into the Miami game, let us roll into
NFL?
this week's games. Yeah, let me pull that up. Excuse me.
I want to make a comment before we go through the game.
Yeah, go for it. I'll pull that up.
No. I want about the game that took place on Thursday. Yes, the Buffalo Bills are 5-3, but Tampa just didn't come through in the last quarter there. But that game was tight the whole time. I don't care what anybody says. Buffalo does not look great. To win by 6 at home against Tampa and Baker Mayfield, they did not play a good game.
Well, they lost to the Patriots, so.
I think Gonzalez is out for the year. I think Gonzalez is not back.
So, okay, he's
on IR for sure.
All right, so yes, the Buffalo Bills did get back in the winning column. They beat the Buccaneers 24-18. So Miami, of course, I think what's the record now, Evan?
5-3.
5-3. So, and Miami is 5-2. So Miami wants to win this game to stay ahead in the AFC East instead of tied. And of course, and then they go against they have a huge matchup next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So the first game we're going to predict here it's a Meadowlands matchup in Jersey. You got the New York Football Jets hosting, which is hilarious. The New York Football Giants hosting the Jets today. We got Tyrod Taylor starting, and of course Zach Wilson for the Jets. I hate to say it, I'm going to roll with the Jets on this one. Evan, who are you rolling with?
I just have this feeling home team at MetLife will win this football game in a very low-scoring game. Tyrod Taylor, I think, is better than Zach Wilson to me. I just feel like Brian Daboll, I think it's just one of those, it's really like a rivalry game, a coin flip, and I just think the home team at MetLife will win today. The home locker room makes a difference, I think, to me.
All right. We got our next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess. Well, is there an upset brewing? No. Can Pittsburgh win?
Pittsburgh's 4-2. I don't think it's an upset. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars have hit the pedal to the metal. Trevor Lawrence. I'll put it to you this way: if Tua was not our quarterback, I don't know. You're not looking at me. I'll put it this way.
I'm not looking at you either way. I'm looking at a screen. I'm looking at something else.
if Tua was not our quarterback,
yeah,
and I needed a young quarterback, I wouldn't take Josh Allen. I wouldn't take Justin Herbert. I would take Trevor Lawrence.
Absolutely, 100%.
That guy has fire in his eyes. I've told you this many times. Winning in college, playing big games, getting your butt kick, losing national makes a difference. In Trevor Lawrence is playing, and the weapons that he has, I don't care what anybody says. No matter what TJ Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick think they can do, they're not stopping Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, to Travis Etienne. That offense with Doug Peterson, who was the coach that you would have been very happy to have as a Miami Dolphins head coach.
Yes,
guy is cooking right now. Since their trip to London, they've come back and they are cooking.
Yeah. It's hard to go against the Jaguars. The defense for Pittsburgh is stepping up. I will roll with the Jaguars on this one. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Washington to face the Commanders. I'm going to roll with the Eagles on this one. Evan, am I wrong?
Last year, 8-0, they lost to Washington. Ron Rivera, I'm telling you this, FedEx Field, I don't know what it is. Letdown game for the Eagles. They're losing today.
I'd like that. I like Ron Rivera. He's getting a little more love.
I think this is my upset. It's an interdivisional game. I told you this. Interdivisional games, home team always has the advantage, no matter what. I don't care what the records are.
Understood. The Rams go to Dallas and face the Cowboys. How does that fall?
Cowboys.
I'm with you. I'm on the Cowboys as well. The Vikings traveling to Green Bay. Justin Jefferson is out. Can the Packers take down the Vikings?
Interdivisional game, like I just said, home game. The Packers have been struggling. In honor of Dave Stager, Packers.
I'm with the Packers as well. Will Levis is starting his first game as the Titans quarterback. Tannehill out with an injury. Falcons traveling to Tennessee to face the Titans. Does Will Levis get his first win of the season? His first win of his career, excuse me.
In honor of his last game as a Tennessee Titan, Derrick Henry will rush for over 200 yards, and the Tennessee Titans will pick up the victory.
I'm going to say, in reverse of that, in his last game as a Tennessee Titans, the Falcons will win this game. Derrick Henry will have probably over 100, will have 100 yards, and that's why they're going to make that decision trade. Because if he runs for 200 yards and they win, they're not going to move him because they just fall in love with players. So I'm going to roll with the Falcons on that one, just to say Derrick Henry does get moved, and hopefully it's not to the Baltimore Ravens. Dolphins, you better hope he does not go to Baltimore. All right, going to.
Agree with this? I think that's funny.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Bo Camper just dissed Belichick on Dolphins Live, asking about getting to Shula's record. Bo started by saying, Shula stopped coaching at 66, LOL. Belichick is already 71.
That's true, though. It is true. How old was Belichick when he started coaching compared to? Because Shula was younger, wasn't he? He was a younger coach.
You have to count, right? He was at the Colts quickly, but then he was at the then he was at the Browns. So he was at the Browns, and then he came to the Patriots. Well, he's 71 now, and he started 98.
Well, yeah, he was. He started. He was
21.
He wasn't the head. Was he the coach of the Browns?
He was in his 40s. He was 40. He must have been in the mid to late 40s.
Okay. So anyway, let's move on very quick.
He was in his early 40s.
New Orleans Saints face the Indianapolis Colts. Who do you got?
At home, Gardner Minshew's been playing well. I think the Indianapolis Colts pick up the victory. Dome game, dome versus dome. I take the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna differ from you there. I'm gonna go with the Saints. They came off a loss last. I know I am, but I'm with you with the home field thing. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Saints on this one. The next game we got the number 1 and number 2 rookie quarterbacks in the NFL. The CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans versus Bryce Young and the Panthers. Who do you got?
Weirdly enough, I have a feeling that Bryce Young is going to pick up his first victory of the season off the bye. I think they're going to fix some stuff up. Frank Reich is going to be able to focus more on coaching. He gave up the play calling to his offensive coordinator. I think that will make a difference today, and I believe that the Carolina Panthers are going to pick up the victory in Carolina.
There you go. Yeah, so
they can't go 0-7.
I like that, and I get that, and I mean, I like what the Texans are doing. It's not, obviously their record's not great, all that whatnot, but I like slowly but surely they're getting there. I am going to roll with Carolina as well. I think Bryce Young does get his first win of the season. We go on to Cleveland, the Browns versus the Seahawks. I'm just despite Deshaun Watson not playing, I believe he's not playing today. They still have a great defense. It's tough to pick against their defense. However, I'm rolling with the Seahawks in this game at
13th man. The 13th man. Pete Carroll's a great coach.
Yes.
Just feeling the weapons between Lockett, between I think Metcalf maybe may already be playing, between just the running game. There's something about it. Going across country, the Seahawks are a tough beat at home. Tough beat at home.
So you got this one. This is going to be an entertaining game. Really should be. The Cincinnati Bengals traveling to San Francisco to face the 49ers. I think it's an easy choice, even though I think it's going to be an entertaining game. I'm going with San Francisco. Am I wrong?
I'm not.
Ooh.
Because Sam Darnold is a pickoff machine. And I have a feeling that this game is going to be a little too big for him. Debo, I think, is still out. If Debo doesn't play,
that's huge.
That's huge. A bit more difficult. There's just something off. Sam Darnold has never been in a game management offense. He's not that type of quarterback. That was the concern coming out of college. He's been in 3 spots. It's like he's not a guy who's shown that he's been able to lead a team to anything. I just have this feeling that Cleveland, Joe Burrow, I will take Joe Burrow every day, other day. I don't care who he's playing over Sam Darnold. I don't care who's on the offense.
Of course.
I am taking the Cincinnati Bengals to pick up the victory.
Understood. Good morning, Steve. Real Talk Fins Talk.
Hey, Brett, you're not allowed to steal my idea. Thank you, Brett. It's good that you follow me.
What are my upsets? Steve Malloy was just hosting not too long ago the pregame show for Dolphins Thirsty's YouTube channel. So
is Dolphins Thirsty at the game?
He is. Rob is at the game. Yeah. So Malloy was. Oh, my computer dropped. Am I still on? All right. So make sure I'm not muted.
By the way, I saw some of the pictures of Hank in front of his vet today. Looks kind of quiet and not as entertaining without us there, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. Next game is your major upset.
From your picks outside of Miami. Your money on those picks.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said,
Manny loves it. Like honestly, though, I really do. I really read about what's going on. Like I don't just take it for nothing.
So we got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Denver to face the Denver Broncos, AFC West divisional game. It is at Denver, but it's against the Broncos, against the top 10, top 5 offense, top 5 defense in Kansas City. Pat Mahomes, Pacheco, Andy Reid. Evan, this is an easy win for the Chiefs, is it not?
It is an easy win, but it's not going to be a close game.
Okay.
Sorry, it's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a demolishing game on the snow. It's not going to be an easy game.
So you got the Chiefs, though? You do got the Chiefs?
Chiefs will win this football game, yes.
You got the Chiefs?
Yes.
This is my upset. I'm going Denver. I'm going Denver in this game. Denver Broncos win this football game.
I can't get that many upsets. I've already picked a few. I can't pick.
Oh, is that what it is? Come on, man.
How many upsets can I pick?
Go with the Broncos over Kansas City.
No. Can't happen. There's not enough offense there.
Yeah, well, when you're in it's a snowing game, it's gonna be one of those grind out old-fashioned football games. They're at home. Denver needs to get a win. It's interdivisional.
The Chiefs if they lose this football game.
It's interdivision. It's at Denver.
I know, but I already took the Washington game. I can't.
I don't think it says anything about the Chiefs. I just think that in this type, it could be Javonte Williams, Russell Wilson. It's gonna be more. I think it's gonna be a lot of running the ball. It's gonna be defense. I'm gonna roll with Denver in this game.
I'm gonna take Kansas.
You're rolling with the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Baltimore against the Cardinals in Arizona. There's no upset there, in my opinion. Baltimore wins that easily.
The game will be over after the first quarter.
All right.
It's going to be a joke, that game. Talk about a spread. What's the spread on that one? Holy cramoly.
Justin, no. I don't think Justin Fields. He's not playing, is he?
No, it's, what's his name? Tyler Bethchain or Bethane.
Either way, Chicago Bears at the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers here. Am I wrong?
Here's my upset again.
No.
Justin Chookbert, you're going to lose again, buddy.
You just said you had too many upsets.
Chicago Bears.
You said you had too many upsets, and you're going to go with the Bears over the Chargers?
The Bears are beating the Chargers. The Bears are beating the Chargers.
Tyler Bagnet.
He was great last week. They are beating the Chargers.
Monday Night Football. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Detroit Lions. I'm rolling with the Lions. Are you?
Yes, I'm rolling with the Lions. They were embarrassed in Baltimore. They're coming back home. Monday Night Football. They're going to demolish the Raiders. Demolish.
What, Steve? Can you elaborate on what you're trying to say? We hanging around Hank too long. What happened? What did I do? What am I doing? What did I say?
What could you have possibly done wrong? You were great.
What did I? He says I've been hanging around Hank too long. What did I do? There's no. What do you call what he does? What's that called?
Flip flopping.
No. No.
Bird feeding.
Wow. There you go. Bird feeding. Yes. Flip flopping.
Bird feeding.
Okay. So let me just go over very quick again. Let's just reiterate the inactives for today for Miami's game. Who's not playing? Javon Holland, Xavier Howard, Brandon Peely, defensive tackle. Who am I missing here, Evan?
Who's not playing? Xavier Howard, Brandon Peely, Robbie Chosen, and Xavier Howard.
Yeah, Skyler's on the inactives list, but he is the emergency quarterback if, God forbid, him and Tua and Mike White are down. Brandon Peely.
I'm trying to check any updates.
Yeah, check on any updates. Now that you say that, I'm going to check. It's about to be 12 o'clock. Let's go ahead and look at. All right.
In Miami today. What is the weather in Miami? Oh, it's still nice. What's the weather in Miami today? Let's see how hot it's going to be on the other side of the field today.
I have a tough game on fantasy. I'm facing Alfred.
Hey, where is Alfred? He's been hiding.
He's supposed to be this week.
Windy. It's windy today. Rip Curran statement. What does it matter?
So coming up, Dan Campbell would, if he stole his clip for a game. Chiefs not losing today. Oh yeah, they shouldn't, but that's my upset. That is my upset.
Okay, so let's recap. That's your one upset. Let's see which I picked upsets. I picked.
Oh, hold on. Let me. I'm gonna write them down as you say them because I don't want to.
Is Tennessee considered an upset over Atlanta? Not really. Indianapolis over New Orleans? Not really, but I said that. The Giants over the Jets? I think that's an upset.
No, I don't think so.
Washington over Philly? That's an upset.
Yeah, you have Washington over Philly.
And then the Chicago. My two upset specials are Chicago over the Chargers and the Commanders over the Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and yours are the other ones.
Let me see, Evan. And then me is Denver over KC. Now credit. I would of course I'm happy that my pick would be right, but I would kind of be nervous if Denver beats Kansas City because then I think Kansas City, just like the Eagles, will come in a little more hungry against the Dolphins the week after. So let me remind everybody the predictions from couple of our Fins Talk Sports Network community, our family here at the network, on this game. For Brett had it on overtime, and Brett could say, hey, I've changed it. It's this now. That's okay. But on overtime, he predicted the Dolphins will win this game today against the Patriots 23-3. So 3 points
23-3?
Excuse me, 23-20. 23-20. 3-point difference. 23-20, Miami. Hankster had 31-21. All right. And then I'll let Steve. I know Rob had it yesterday. I don't have it in front of me.
27-17.
Thank you. 27-17.
Hank you had it 28-24.
Hey, boy. Hey, hold on, man.
I remember. I have a memory for these things.
I know.
Oh wait, I'm very full out. By the way, I'm getting good things for this watch thing. I'm telling you, I love this thing.
27-17, right? Was Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Malloy, I don't know, but Malloy.
And I did. I'll just Here's Steve. Okay. Steve.
What was Hank? I can't remember.
27-23.
That was my prediction. 23-3.
Oh yeah. No, it's 23-20. That was the score. That's what he had. And I did. Yes. My prediction obviously is Miami will win this football game. I have it 28.
Brett, are you coming on post game tonight? Yes
28,
or no?
24. 28-24 Miami. That's my score. I brought up earlier, and obviously if anybody watched Fins Talk yesterday, my keys of the game. Again, you got to control the clock. You got to, pressure Mac Jones. I mean, he had a solid game last week. You got to have him force over the mistake and protecting the football. And again, that balanced attack on offense, protect your quarterback, protect the ball. FinStanza, what are your 3 keys to secure a Miami Dolphins victory?
3 keys?
Yeah.
You've already said it. We have to win the game, win the time of possession. Balanced attack. I want to see a mix of running and not what happened last week. We need a mix offensive attack, and we need to win the turnover battle. Just simple as that. Those 3 things. You do that every game, you're going to be fine. Those 3 things.
Absolutely. Scotty, I love it. Scotty's prediction for today's game. He has the Dolphins over the Patriots 31-17. Love it. I think that'd be a great score, a great win for Miami. Again, I want to see Miami score 30 points on a top 10 defense. Let's say the defense gets a score, that's okay. Or obviously the field goal, 27 points, over that 24 points. Score over 24 points. You haven't been able to do that against a top 10 defense. You need to do it starting today because you're going to have a top 5 defense next week's against Kansas City. Kansas City playing well on all cylinders right now. Miami needs to do it because that's a team you're going to face more than likely in the playoffs, possibly in the division or AFC Championship. You got to play well next week. You got to start it today by doing your job and beating the team you're supposed to do. So those are your 3 keys of the game. FinStanza, your official prediction, sir.
Last week at these you know where I stood last Sunday. Ramsey was the key function for me for the defense on how many points they're going to give up. Originally, I was in the neighborhood of 17-21, that they would give up 17-21 points at home. I've reduced that to 13. I do think that they'll get a field goal and 2 field goals and a touchdown for the Patriots. And I do believe that the Miami Dolphins will score similar to Scotty, 31. Final score, Dolphins 31, Patriots 13.
31-13, FinStanza's prediction. Again, rundown, and let's see here. Scotty has it 31-17 Miami. FinStanza 31-13 Miami. Everybody has Miami, just to say. All right. Steve Malloy of Real Talk Fins Talk 27-23. Rob 27-17. Hankster 31-21. Brett 23-20. And myself 28-24. Well, Miami winning. Those
Victory!
Yeah.
Back on the bandwagon.
Back on the bandwagon, everybody. Let me go. Let's see what the experts are saying. Who they're taking.
But we're not experts?
You know what I mean. Stop it. Everybody.
Have I been more
Pete
entertaining
Prisco.
today?
You have. Pete Presco, Will Brenson, Jared Dublin, Ryan Wilson, Seth Wilder, Eric Moody, Mike Florio, Chris Sims, Ali Bonpuri, Tom Blair, Brooke Serum Sosimo. I know I butchered that. Gennaro Felice, Dan Parr, all have the Dolphins winning today. Aladino. Who do you have winning? Is that? Oh, does he have the Patriots winning 30-13?
Aladino, are you bananas? Are you bananas? He's on my bandwagon every day.
No, I'm just playing. Aladino, 30-13. Miami over.
I don't think he would be so blasphemous.
Hey, you never know. I don't hold anything. You do that. You like if somebody goes anything other, you're like, you're off the bandwagon. You suck. I don't.
That's a good point, and 100 million%. He'll break. I'll make a prediction that he breaks it before the end of the first half.
Where is he at right now? He's 800 something, right?
Or something like that? 8-9 something.
Is he at 915?
He's at
over under 98.
Over under 98 yards.
Can you imagine?
He will have a 98 yards in the first half.
I hope he breaks it today. That would be awesome. Yes, I'm going to say he breaks it.
By the way, you know what's crazy about Hank? What was Hank's score?
31-21.
31. And he said that Tyreek Hill on 31 points was going to have 300 yards receiving. Like that's been like how does that work?
Wait, what?
40. He said yesterday on the show that he could get 300 yards receiving.
300?
That's what he said. Go play the tape.
I did not hear him say that.
Would you like us to go play the tape?
902 yards.
He said 300.
Oh, wow. That must have been the bird.
You must not be paying.
We got to remember. No, well, hold on. Maybe he said that.
He did say it.
Calm down there, Chief. I'm just saying that he was very nervous. Am I still on here?
Yeah, you're still on.
All right, my computer's acting up, so if I fall off, Evan can close it out. But
you know what it was?
I will say
that was like that
I will say he was very nervous. There were people around his car. He got distracted. There was a cop that went around his car. He got distracted. So maybe he did say that. I don't know if he actually believes that, but he did say what's his face was going to be the best receiver. Well, what was it? Tanner Connor. So that's Fish Tank for you.
15 touchdowns.
Gotta love Fish Tank, man. Fish Tank is in a league of his own.
15 touchdowns.
So let me pull this up here. Let's make sure we don't miss anything here. And again, let me run this down. I'm sorry. Hopefully I can pull this up. If the Dolphins win today, it will give Miami a 6-2 start for the first time since 2001. It will mark Miami's 16 wins in the past 18 home games. The last time Miami won 16 of 18 home games was when they went 23-2 at the Orange Bowl in 1983 on October 30th to January 4th, 1986, when Steve Malloy was only 32. Just kidding, Steve. Maybe.
You're right.
882 win percentage in its past 17 home games, 15-2, is tied with Kansas City and San Francisco for the best record in the NFL since the run began on November 7th, 2021. This would be Miami's 6th win in its past 7 meetings with New England. It would be Miami's best 7-game stretch against the Patriots since going 6-1 against them from October 17, 1999 to October 6, 2002. Give Miami its 4th straight home win against New England. The last time the Dolphins won its last 4 straight home contests against the Patriots was a 5-game win streak from 98 to 2002, and this would mark the 20th win in the past 28 games started by quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, dating back to November 21st, 2021. He's currently 19-8 in his past 27 starts. It's the 4th best winning percentage among NFL quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, in that span, minimum 15 starts. So there's your random facts.
You forgot to say something really critical.
What's that?
What's Tua's record against New England?
He's undefeated, isn't he?
Here we go. 5-0. 5-0.
5-0.
By the way, welcome, Riding Waves. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I haven't seen you before, so welcome to the show.
Riding Waves, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. You think Tua will throw 3 touchdowns and get 2-7? Yes, I will. I will hedge that one. I think he can. Yes. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. It's the first time.
Brett doesn't join the show. He's at work, but man, does he come up with all these stats off top of his head. He must be a genius.
Well, listen, this is what I always tell people. I'm a lurker. LOL. Well, we appreciate you lurking today. Hopefully you're subscribing.
Welcome, buddy. Always welcome.
Oh, mom's in the house. Woo woo. Fins up from the 305. Tammy from Miami. Tammy from Miami. I call her Mama Fins Talk or Mommy Fins Talk or whatever the hell. Gotta figure something out there. But
those were that what you called her when you were first born? Your first words were "Mama Fins Talk."
Yeah,
those were your first words out of your mouth when you were a baby.
Yeah, as soon as I came out.
I thought you doesn't he break things for a living?
I'm in front of a computer. LOL.
Don't you break things for a living, Brett?
Well, that's awesome, right? Ways. We appreciate you coming back, my man. But
welcome back.
Make sure I didn't mention, but I'm in front of a computer. That's what I tell people though when people get critical of Brett. Just sit down and listen to him on the show, or come on the show and talk with him. He knows his stuff.
I'm about to give people perspective. Guys, Brett and I may have differences of opinions on a lot of things, but the one thing we do appreciate, the one thing I respect of Brett, is that he may be critical of his team, but he does truly love the Miami Dolphins as much as we all do. He just likes to say it like it is in his perspective, and everyone has the right to his own perspective, whether I agree with it or not. Like I said this at the beginning, I wouldn't be as knowledgeable of a Dolphins fan if it wasn't for someone like Brett. So, Brett, we appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I think I might see a tear come through his beard. Some mechanics like me use computers.
Raheem Mostert is playing today, which is good to see. Obviously, we knew that.
Robbie, my pick. She doesn't have much faith. Your mom, Mama Finstock doesn't have much faith today.
31-27. I like that score. And again, she has the Dolphins winning. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And again, to defend that, because I had it 28-24. Again, Miami struggles against top 10 defenses. They have. Patriots are a top 10 defense. Miami only scored 24 points. It was 24-17 last time they played.
Yeah.
So it's not that crazy to think it's going to be a 3-point difference. Yeah, Jalen Waddle is playing today, riding waves, as far as we know. Don't know how much he's playing, but he's definitely playing. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything in regards to
who I would
news
like
or
to see in
updates.
today's game, by the way? I really would love to see him get a reception. Get Chase Claypool involved, please. Give the guy a shot. Like, you signed the guy, just put him in a package and give him something. You can't tell me with Tyreek Hill and Jalen
I'm looking at Chase Claypool right now make a one-handed catch in the end zone before the game. He just made an amazing one-handed catch.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you got to do this in game time, brother, but still. But again, that's a point, too, that we touched on earlier for the trade deadline, guys. Don't sleep on any position the Dolphins are addressing. If there's a guy there that they could get at a fair price, that they think it's a fair price, or they could just get that they think that help this football team, to me, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a corner, whether it's anything. Wow. Rob's in there. Say everybody wave at Rob. Rob, hi.
Rob,
he can't hear us.
Rob, where are you sitting today?
He can't hear us. Just wave. Just wave.
3, 2, 5. What section?
Fins up, Rob.
Section.
Oh, man. But Rob of DolphinsThirsty.com, he's at the game again today. Awesome to see. Love it. Man, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you, Evan, and Tati knows this, because when I was talking to her on my way back, obviously, well, throughout that week I was there, but also my way back. And then coming here, I was like, not just all the events, but just going to the game, going to the tailgating, everything. It's like, man, and then, of course, hanging out with you, if you were there, whatever, hanging out with you guys, but also hanging out with Tammy from Miami, my mother, and all that. Getting to do that and experience all of that stuff. Manny, dude, all of that. It's like, man, it just if we were there, that'd be just epic. Imagine we'd blow it up.
By the way, I don't know if I'm telling you this. If they have a home playoff game, hell or high water. Like, I'm somehow getting there. I will sleep in Hank's bathtub.
Yeah,
I don't care.
That's a pretty.
He did say if they get playoff tickets, he can get up to 4. If they're home playoff games, I might have to scramble.
You might have to.
Like,
I think
when's the last time we had a home playoff game?
I understand. It's either if they have a Super Bowl, if they have a playoff. I wouldn't
even go to the Super Bowl. I told you this. I'd be in my.
I'd watch a playoff here, but especially this. But if they ever go to a Super Bowl, I know people say, "Oh, I'm going to Super Bowl." I wouldn't go to Super Bowl, but I would fly to Miami and watch that with Ralph at home.
I know what I would do, and the Dolphins would do this. They would open up Hard Rock, and they'd have the Super Bowl on the screens in the stadium.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be sick?
That would be awesome
Would you not go to that? I would be bananas for that.
If Ralph can't go, I'm not going. I would stay home and watch it with Ralph.
I understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You need
to get your pot. You need to get your pots and pans ready, right?
Absolutely. And after the game, you come right. Listen, after that game, you would drive down to Hialeah, and we'd be celebrating pots and pans.
Understand how much I would cry? Like, I would literally cry like a baby. I think Brett would cry like a baby.
Let's say it right now. I don't want to. Let's knock on wood so we don't jinx ourselves here. But if the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl, if they're in the Super Bowl, we all fly to Miami. We watch it wherever we want to watch it. Yeah. You guys are all welcome. Mom's in the house. She knows I'm saying this. I'm going to say it. First off, the house is beautiful. The living room, I love it. It's all set up. We watch the game. I would do it if the Dolphins go to Super Bowl or more than likely win the Super Bowl.
I would bawl like a baby.
I'd be tears in my eyes. I'm dead ass. I'm not even kidding, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've seen the Heat win 3 championships. I've seen the Marlins win 2 championships. And you know what? That's awesome. I love that. It doesn't compare to the Miami Dolphins.
Not even close.
Doesn't compare to the Dolphins. Okay, so yes, saying it right now. I would love, yes, watching the game at the stadium would be epic. Evan, I'm saying, like, if I'm an outside perspective, going to the game to watch the Super Bowl match and Dolphins win, the fans going crazy, epic. But for me personally, watching that with Ralph at home, who I watched growing up and sitting side by side, like, that would be the dream. And if they won it, oh, dude.
I couldn't watch it myself. I have to go somewhere with Dolphins fans. I'd have to fly somewhere or do something.
Well, you wouldn't be by yourself at that point. If you were chilling with me and Ralph watching
that game, I would not do it. I could never stay here. I'd be watching with my kids, but I just wouldn't be the same for me.
I know. I see it watching with Tristan, too, who's really into it right now. Audrey and Tristan.
My kids would love it, but still.
Oh, dude. But anyway, Guys, we're at 12:12 right now in Miami. Game is less than an hour away. You have our official predictions. You can catch us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, following the game for a live raw reaction to the Dolphins' victory. Dolphins, hopefully, more than likely, will be 6-2, unless something crazy happens. But till then, that's FinStanza Posner. Any final words, FinStanza?
Home game. They just get back to the winning ways. Stick to your strengths. Don't overthink this game, and just have fun. Let's just be a wonderful football afternoon.
Absolutely. And I'm Bobby Fins Talk. You catch us again tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Fins Talk Sports Network, the post-game show. And you're more than welcome to come on and give your Waddle is fully dressed. Good to know. Thank you, Rob. Guys, thank you all. We will see you later. Until then, fins up.
Fins up, buddies.